strength and stretch. Starting with our warm-up here. Let me get our timer going. Hi, Keshwar. All right, go and start. Bring your feet hip width apart and parallel. Drawing your knee up and over to a side lunge, alternating left and right. If you're just joining us, no worries, we're just getting started. A set of medium and heavy weights today. This is strength and stretch. For today's class, we have 7 rounds, and each round we're going to do them 4 times through in a row, cycling through it and moving on to the next round. You have 40 seconds of strength, followed by 30 seconds of stretching for that particular muscle that you just stretched. Go ahead and take it down to a low wide squat, feet wider than your toes. Arms are out to a T. We're just going to bend and extend the legs. Chest stays nice and upright. Go ahead and hold the knees bent from here. Draw the arms in small circles. Chest is lifted. Reverse that circle. Tiny circles here. Chest still stays lifted. We're going to reach down, reach your right hand towards your left foot, rise back up. Left hand to right foot, rise back up. Just alternating, reaching your foot down, your hand down towards the opposite foot. Keeping it going. Moving here with control. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Again, if you're just joining us, no worries. We are just getting started with our warm-up. This is strength and stretch today. We need a set of medium and heavy weights. We have total body. So we have 40 seconds of our strength move, followed by 30 seconds of a stretch directly related to that muscle group that we just worked. Let's do one more on each side. Go ahead and come on down to a low lunge. Right knee down, untuck your right toes, press into your left knee, allowing your right hip to open up, chin and chest stays lifted. We'll cycle through that strength and stretch move 4 times. Go ahead and bring your hips back, and then press your hips forward, drop back, and forward. On the next one, hold the left leg straight, point, flex, circle off that left ankle. Hold the left toes flexed, hinge forward, framing your left toes. You may bring the crown of your head towards the top of your toes. Rise up, bring your left knee down to meet the right, step forward with your right foot, big step forward, pressing into that right knee, allowing your left hip to open, chin and chest stays lifted. From here, we're going to draw the hips back, straighten that right leg, and then press it forward. Drop back, and press it forward. On the next one, hold the hips back, your right leg is straight, maybe point, flex, circle out your right ankle. Chin and chest stays lifted. Hold the right toes flexed, hinge forward, framing your right foot. May bring your nose towards your knee, heart towards your thigh, feeling that stretch all on the back side of your right leg. And then gently roll up, coming to a standing position, roll your shoulders back, roll them forward. Make sure you've got some water with you. All right, from here, we're going to grab those weights. So first we have one weight in each hand, feet are hip width apart and parallel, soft bend in your knees, back is flat, arms down by your side, palms are facing in. We have a narrow row to reverse fly, narrow row to reverse fly. Join me in 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, narrow row, reverse fly. Squeeze those shoulder blades together with the fly. Hold it, bend forward. Narrow row, reverse fly. Keep it going. That's it. Deep inhale in the pulls. Exhale as you extend the arms. Hold that hinge forward. Soft bend in your knees. That's it. You got 15 seconds here. Alternating narrow row, palms facing in, reverse fly. We're going to set those weights down in 5, coming into our first set of stretch of 4. You got 2 and 1. Set the weights down from here. Draw your right arm across your body. Keep those hips moving side to side. At the 15-second mark, we're going to switch arms. Then we're right back to those rows and reverse chest fly. Open and switch. Left arm across your body or the right side to the left side first. If that felt too easy, go heavier on those weights. You want to feel it in your upper body. We're grabbing those weights in 3, 2, and 1. Grab those weights, slightly hinge forward, feet are hip width apart and parallel, alternating, narrow row, elbows pull up, reverse fly. Keep it going, deep inhale, deep exhale, narrow row, reverse fly. This is round 2 of 4, keep it going. That's it. If you're just joining us, no worries whatsoever. Grab the weight of choice. I recommend heavy and medium set. We're alternating narrow row, reverse fly. You got 40 seconds of strength, 30 seconds of stretch, stretching those exact same muscles that you were just working, lengthening those muscles before our next set. All right, set those weights down. Cross them over the right this time, starting with the left. Maybe step side to side, make it an active rest. We're going to switch arms in 5. Coming up on round 3. All right, open and switch, right arm across your body. Very nice. All right, we're grabbing those heavy weights. Try to go heavy here. You've got 5. That's 3, 2. Find your stance, feet hip width apart and parallel. Hinge forward, back is flat. Narrow row. Give me that reverse fly. Slow and controlled. You got 4 sets here. We're not going for speed. Working those back muscles. Really drawing your elbows up towards the ceiling here. Deep row. And extend. That's it. Keep it going. Narrow row and release. Reverse fly. You got 15 seconds here. Stay with it. Back is flat. Keep your gaze forward. Palms are facing in. You've got 5. Stretch coming up next. And 2. And 1. Set the weights down. Right hand across your body. Gently pulling your right forearm into your left shoulder, avoiding that right elbow, that right wrist. We're switching sides in 3, 2. All right, switching sides. Nice wide open. Just gently pulling that left forearm into your right shoulder. We're grabbing those weights in 5. All right, last round here. Make it your best yet. Find your stance. 45 seconds. Row, reverse fly. Hold that hinge forward. Keep your gaze in front of you towards your toes. That's it. You've got it. Stay with it. Very nice. Almost there. We've got a whole new set of moves coming up next. Narrow row, palms facing in. Once you get the arms extended, give me that reverse chest fly. You've got 15 seconds here. Stay with it. All right, my Zoom isn't working on my other phone. You've got 5, 2, and 1. Set those weights down. Left arm across your body. All right. After this stretch, you got a 15-second breather, and then we're moving on. We have alternating forward lunges next. Open and switch. If you have 2 heavy weights, bring them down by your hips, 1 on each hand. If you have 1, go super heavy. Bring your hand to heart center. All right. Relax it down. You got 15 seconds, and we're coming into those walking lunges, alternating right to left, left to right, stepping it forward. 1 weight in each hand. Come to the back of your area. Forward lunge, step it back. We're firing at those quads. Coming into that lower body now. Keep your chest lifted, shoulders stacked directly over your hips. Forward lunge. Step it back. You've got 30 seconds here. Keep it going. Still going, still moving. You got it. That's it. That's it. You've got it. Beautiful work all across the screen. You got it. Last 7. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring your heel in towards your glutes. Stretching that quad. If you want a deeper stretch, extend that leg back. We're going to switch here in 5. You might be in the frame. And switch. I'm on vacation and I'm with my mom and she's avoiding getting in the camera or working out with me. Maybe by the end of the week. Hold that quad back. We're going to grab those weights in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and grab those weights. Forward lunges, alternating right to left. Step it back, left to right. Chest is lifted. If you have 2 weights, bring 1 weight in each hand, hands on by your side. If you have 1 weight, go heavy. Bring it heart center. You've got 30 seconds here, just alternating. Right leg steps forward, left leg steps forward. You've got it. Keep it going. I can see you. Beautiful work. Almost there. We've got those quad stretches coming up next. Stay with it. I think I got it. All right, quad stretches. Bring that left leg back behind. If you want a deeper quad stretch, draw that leg back. Feel that stretch in your front quad. Switching sides very gently. Keep your feet hip width apart and parallel. That knee comes back. If you want, draw that knee further back. We're coming up on round 3 and 3, 2, and 1. Grab those weights. Forward lunges. Firing up those quads here. Keep it going. Step it forward. Big step forward. As you step it forward, your front knee is stacked directly above your ankle. Your back knee is directly under your hip. Keep your gaze forward to avoid losing your balance. That's it. 20 seconds to go. Then we have our stretch coming up next. Beautiful work. Way to stay with it. You all look amazing. That's 7. Last 3, 2. All right, set those weights down. Let's start with the right leg this time. Draw your heel in towards your glute. Hold it here. If you want that deeper stretch, extend your leg back. Opening up your hip. Feel it in your quad. Release that right foot. Switch sides. Feet hip width apart and parallel. Draw that heel in towards your glute. Hold it here or extend that leg back. Very nice. We have our 4th round coming up in 3, 2. Release that foot. Grab those weights. Forward lunges. Now if you have the space, you can keep walking forward and then turn around when you get to the edge of your area. Walk it forward the other way. Or you can step it forward and step it back. Use what space you have. Use what weights you have. Water bottles if you don't have weights with you. Keep it going. Chest is lifted. Big step forward. That's it. We've got that final stretch here for the quads coming up in 10. Keep it going. Almost there. All right. Set those weights down. Right foot. Bring your heel in towards the glute. It does not have to touch. Option to hold it here, keeping your knee in line, or you can draw it back for that extra quad stretch. And switching sides. You've got your breather coming up after this. We've got abs next. Last 5. Option to extend that leg back, opening up that quad and that left hip. All right, release it down. Shake out those legs. All right, slight change. We are still doing one side, stretching, and then the other side. This time we're going to keep moving the entire time. Clear stretch is going to be the opposite side. 1 heavy weight in each hand. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Reach that right hand towards your right ankle. Come up just to the right side. And you guessed it, when we're working that left side, we're going to be stretching that right side. Keep it going. Right hand towards right ankle. Rise up. As you reach that right hand down, I want you to actively lift that left shoulder, stack it directly above your right. Avoid letting your left shoulder roll forward, and then rise back up, stacking your shoulders directly over your hips. As you draw that right hand down, you are pressing that right shoulder down, left shoulder directly above the right. We're going to switch sides to the left side in 3, 2. All right, come to center, switching sides. Reach down and up. Reach down and up. Keep it going. That's it. Last 10, slow and controlled. Keep it going. All right, for the next 45 seconds, we're gonna keep this going to the left side. You've got it. So we're gonna alternate. Some are gonna be longer, some are gonna be shorter. So we did 45 seconds on the right side. What's 30 plus 45? A minute and 15 seconds on the left. Then we'll do a short on the right side. You get the hint. Keep it going. It'll even out, I promise. Reaching the left side down. As you actively reach your left hand down towards your left ankle, you are actively stretching that right oblique and rising up. You got 10 more seconds here, then we're going to switch sides. Keep it going. Reach and lift. All right, over to that right side. Here's your 30-second interval on the right side. Reach and rise. Keep it going. As you reach your same hand towards the same ankle, your feet are hip width apart and parallel. If you want more of an active challenge, go ahead and walk your feet together, zipping your legs to touch. If you're finding that you're a little bit weebly, more wobbly, go ahead and widen your stance. Come back up. We're going to go back to that left side. Here's our long duration. Reach down and up. Keep it going. That's it. Really reaching that left hand down. Go heavy on those weights. Vary your stance if you need to. Zip your legs together for more of an active core challenge. You can start with your feet hip width apart and parallel. See how that feels. You can widen your stance, widen your hips. Notice the difference. And rise back up. Last 10 seconds and we're going right back to the right side. And 3, 2, and 1. Right hand to right ankle. Rise up. Keep it going. This is our long one on the right side. And then we have our short one left, and then we're done. Easy peasy. Keep it going. Keep your chin lifted above your chest. Keep those airways open. Reach and rise up. All right, 45 seconds still on the right side. And then we're going to switch to 30 seconds on the left side. Keep it going. Almost there. Reach and rise up. 30 seconds to go. And then we have 30 seconds on the left side. And then we're moving on. Keep it going. Reaching down and rising back up. Keep your navel pulled into your spine. Your core is actively engaged. As you reach the same hand towards the same outside ankle, you're stacking that top shoulder directly over the bottom. Controlling, using that abs, using your core to rise back up. We're switching sides in 2 and 1. All right, last 30 seconds here, left side. Finishing strong. Finishing just where we started on the opposite side. 30 seconds. Reaching down and rise. Core is engaged. You got your breather coming up in 10. Exhale to reach. Inhale to rise. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right. You want to set those weights down. Roll your shoulders. Maybe twist your abs a little bit. We're moving on here. All right, upper body's next. We have a bicep curl to an Arnold press. Standing position, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Bicep curl, Bring your arms up overhead. Press up. Palms are facing out. Full extend. Full bend. You can have a micro bend in those knees. Avoid locking out your knees. No matter if you're standing, you can also be kneeling. Your shoulders are stacked directly over your hips. Bicep curl, Arnold press. If you're kneeling and you want more core work, you didn't have enough in the last couple minutes, however long that was, you can lift the top shoelace portion of your toes off of the floor. Same options with the feet. You can widen your stance. You can make your stance more narrow to make the core work harder if you're standing. All right, come back down out of it. Set the weights off to the side. Bind your hands up overhead. We're just going to bend side to side. This is your stretch here. Palms are facing upward, out towards the ceiling. Arms up high overhead. You got 15 seconds. And we're coming back to a bicep curl, to an overhead press, palm facing out. Arnold press coming up in 5. Adding those side to sides if you would like. All right, release everything down. Grab those weights, standing or kneeling. Bicep curl, overhead press. Bring everything back down and extend. Curl, press up, release down, and extend. Keep it going. Shoulders stacked directly over your hips. Whether you're standing or you're kneeling, you can widen that stance. You can make the stance more narrow, challenge your core. That's it. Keep it going. Beautiful work. That's it. Last 3. We're back to that stretch for round 2. All right. Come out of it. Set the weights off to the side. Bind your hands. Reach your arms up high overhead. Maybe stretching side to side if you'd like to deepen that side body stretch. Keep your arms up high overhead. Beautiful work. Enjoying the stretch here. Again, widen your stance. Make your stance more narrow, even in the stretches. Beautiful. We're grabbing those weights in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Grab those weights. All right, bicep curl, overhead press. Bring the palms facing out. Keep it going. Palms are close in towards your rib cage with your bicep curl. Full extend, full bend, palms to shoulders, and then press up, bringing your palms facing outward. That's it. This is round 3. Beautiful work. You can also be kneeling. Remember those options. If you want to lift the top shoelace portion of your foot off of the floor, feel free to do so. You can even do the stretch in kneeling. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come on out of it. Once you set your weights off to the side, bind your hands. Bring your arms up high overhead. Optional hold it. If you'd like, you can stretch from side to side. Keep it going. We've got one more round here with the Arnold press. And then we're moving on. Grabbing those weights in 3, 2, and 1. Grab those weights, or water bottles in my case. Bicep curl, overhead press. Keep it going. This is it. Last time doing these Arnold presses. Full bicep curl, full extend all the way. Bring the palms facing in towards your elbows or your shoulders. Press up. Bring it back down. We're going back to that lower body next. You got 20 seconds here. 30 seconds of stretch. And then your breather before we're moving on. Last 10. Keep that core engaged to avoid your upper body rocking forwards and backwards. Last 3, 2, and 1. Set the weights down. Give me that stretch. Well-deserved stretch all across the rooms. Side to side. If you want to deepen that side bend. All right, you've got 10 seconds. Maybe just holding, reaching your arms high overhead. That's 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms down. Maybe grab a sip of water. We're going to go heavy here. Grab those heavy weights. We have deadlifts. So as I promised, we're going back to our lower body. Grab those weights, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Bring your shoulders up and down. Relax your shoulders, soft bend the knees. Bring your hands down towards your knees, maybe towards your toes, and then roll up. The goal is not to bring your weights towards your toes. The goal is to come down with a flat back, using your lower body to roll down and then come up forward. Hinging at your hips. Keep it going. You're gliding the weight down the front of your knee, maybe further down your shin. Keep it going. We have a standing or seated figure 4 stretch coming up in 7. Last 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. We're going to just do one side here and then we'll move on. Bring that right ankle over your left thigh. Sit down if you like. Keep that right foot flexed to protect your right knee. Option for standing. If you'd like to come to a seat, same options. Right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your right toes. Feeling it open up in your right hip, your right outer glute. All right, grab those weights. We're back to those deadlifts. Shoulders pulled up and back. Keep your gaze following with your feet and then roll up. You should not feel this in your upper body. Your arms are just hanging down in front of you. And then rolling up. Your gaze follows where your body moves. So your neck is at neutral spine. Your feet are hip width apart and parallel directly under your hips. Coming down. Bring the weights towards your thighs, your knees, maybe down your shins, depending on your hip mobility. Keep it going. You've got 7 seconds here, and then we're going to draw that left ankle over the right thigh. Finish up where you're at. Don't rush it. Set your weights off to the side. Gently place your left ankle over your right thigh. Maybe come down to a seat. Make sure that left foot is flexed to protect the left knee. Same options if you want to come onto the floor. And then drawing that right knee in as close or keep it as far away from your hips as you would like. Keep it here. You've got 5 seconds and we're coming back to round 3 of 4 for our deadlifts. All right, release it down. Grab those heavy weights. Feet hip width apart and parallel, shoulders pulled back. Roll those weights down in front of your shins, maybe towards your knees and up. So if you're able to just come down, that's super easy. Anyone can stretch their hand towards their toes. What you want is your work to be all in your glutes. So you're pressing your hips back. You're working those hamstrings. Once you get there, you're not able to use your lower body any further to go down. You rise up. Again, using your lower body, using your core to lower and lift. Nothing with the upper body. You've got 5. We're going to cross that right ankle over the left end. 3, 2, and finish up where you're at. Set your weights down. Right ankle over the left thigh. Flex that right foot. You can stay standing. Gently press your right knee open. You can also come down. Feel free to hold on to a bar ledge or a dresser. If you need to, you can also come onto the floor. Scooting that left foot as close to your heel or your glutes, or keep it as far away as you would like. Woo. Last 3. All right, rise up. Grab those weights. Last round here. Make it your best yet. Again, we are not going for speed. Glide the weights down and roll up. Keep your gaze with you as you hinge forward, bending deeper into those knees. As you hinge forward, your knees are bending. Imagine you're trying to press your hips towards that wall behind you. Keep it going and rise up. That's it. You got 15 seconds here. We're going to cross that left ankle over the right thigh next. Keep it going all the way to the very end. All right, finish up where you're at. Set the weights down. Cross that left ankle, flex that left foot, and sit down. Squat down low, maybe have a seat on the floor. We're moving on. We're going to be on the floor next. We've got core. Last 10. Breather coming up next. All right, rise up, roll your shoulders back. We're going to be on the floor, grabbing one heavy weight or two weights. Weight's going to be overhead. We have scissor kicks. If you want to be standing, same options. Weight is overhead. I want you to draw those knees up. Slow marches, or if you're on the floor, give me those scissor kicks. That 45 seconds has begun. If you're on your back, your neck can be flat on the floor, gazing up towards the ceiling. Please, please, please make sure you do not drop that weight. You can also lift your shoulders, still gazing up towards the ceiling, lengthening that spine. Keep it going. We are firing up those lower abs here. Still going. See my timer. Keep it going. You've got 10 seconds. All right, hold that weight there. Bend your knees. Knees side to side. If you're standing, just draw the knee up and over, up and over. It's also, if you're standing, this is also a core workout, not just a stretch. All right, you've got 10 seconds here. Windshield wiper the legs. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Knees fall over to the right, back to center, over to the left, back to center. We have scissor kicks or knee drives. All right, come back into it. Hover those legs. Kick those legs. Maybe bringing the heel towards the top of the toes and then switching. If you're on your back, your lower back is pressed into that floor as if it's glued there. No backs are lifting up. If your lower back is lifting up, raise your feet higher. The lower your feet are towards the floor, the more challenging it is. No bellies dome outwards. Draw your navel into your spine. You can still do scissor kicks at any angle up towards the ceiling. You can draw it to a 45-degree angle. You can draw it all the way down. Again, wherever the degree is that your feet are at angle, you want your lower back zipped to that floor, not a bit of air, not even a drop of water. All right, come to that stretch. Ooh, that came fast. Side to side. Or if you're standing, knee drives, toe hip openers, and down. You can keep that weight overhead or you can bring your hands down. All right, 10 seconds. Keep it going. We're coming back for round 3 in 3, 2. That wasn't planned. All right, on your back or standing, knee drives. If you're marching, try not to shift your body side to side. If you're on your back, I want you to kick those legs, slow and controlled. We're firing up those lower abs here. We work the obliques. Now for the lower abs. If you're on your back, if you want to lift your shoulders, you're working those upper abs as well. Scissor kicks if you're on the floor, lower back pressed into the ground. Or knee drives, slow and steady if you're standing. Stretch coming up in 7. Keep it going. That's 3. All right, give me those knee openers if you're standing. If you're on your back, give me those windshield wipers, knees side to side. We only have one more round, right? Yes, one more round of this remaining. And then we're going to be on our back for the next set of moves as well. You might be able to guess what it's going to be. Windshield wipers if you're on your back. Knee drive to a hip opener. If you're standing with or without that weight staying overhead. All right, last round. Make it your best yet if you're on your back. Draw your navel into your spine. Zip your lower back towards that floor as if it's glued there. Lift your shoulders. Maybe lower your legs higher. Lower your legs lower. My goodness. If you're standing, draw your knees higher. Flex your foot, slow and controlled. So as you lift the knee and lower it, your body's not moving from side to side. As pretty as it is, little genies in a bottle, you want to keep your body completely still. Same thing if you're on your back. You don't want to rock from side to side by kicking your legs. That upper body is still. You're using your lower abs to kick your legs or drive your knees. All right, we have that stretch now. standing or on the floor. All right. We have a wide arm chest press next. So if you're standing, you can find a wall and do lean against the wall at a diagonal, wide arm chest press. Elbows are tracked out towards the side. If you're on the floor, grab those weights, wide arm chest press. All right, grab a sip of water. We have our last move and our last stretch. So again, you're standing, elbows are tracking out, hands are wider than your shoulders. Give me those wide arm push-ups. If you're on your back, grab one heavy weight in each hand. We have wide arm chest press. Your legs can be extended, your legs can be bent, your legs can be up to the ceiling. You guys know me, you know what I'm gonna add if you're on your back. If you wanna do more core, you can lower and lift your legs with the wide arm chest press. I love to add on, I love to layer moves, adding in that core, strong back, working those chest muscles to close everything out. Your stretch is coming up in 8. We're just gonna draw those elbows wide, standing or laying. Drawing those elbows wide and just stretching here, stretching those chest muscles. So drawing your elbows nice and wide if you're on your back, knees can be bent or straight. If you're standing, just draw your elbows wide. You want to stand, you can also find a wall, press your arm and lean against it. Also a nice opener. A little hard to demonstrate. The camera's not moving with me. All right, wide arm push-up or wide arm chest press. Coming up next, so your hands are wider than your shoulders. Your elbows are tracking out, your body leans that diagonal. Make it more challenging. Maybe step further back. If you're on your back, grab those heavy weights, one weight in each hand. Knees can be bent, legs can be straight. Wide arm chest press, palms are facing away from your body. Don't let your elbows touch, keep them hovering, and then lift. If you're on your back and you want to make it more challenging, lower and lift those legs. If you're adding in the lower leg portion, slowly lift and slowly lower. Keep it going. All right, give me that stretch. Elbows are wide. Whether you're on the floor, whether you're standing, you want to come to standing regardless of where you are in your chest press or push-up. You can use that wall, opening up your shoulder, switching sides. We're halfway, so switching sides if you're using that wall. Actively pressing your elbows away from your shoulders or in towards the floor. Round 3 coming up next. All right, grab those weights if you're on the floor. Bring your hands to the wall if you're doing those wide arm push-ups. Keep it going. You can also do wide arm push-ups on the front, whether you're in a tabletop, high plank, or with your knees down, but make sure it's that top fleshy part of your knee, not your kneecap. If you're doing wide arm push-ups on the floor, lean against the wall is also a perfect option. If you don't want to come onto the floor, you're getting all that chest work. Wide arm push-ups in any variation, or wide arm chest press with or without those legs. All right, stretch coming up, elbows wide. If you're on the floor, actively press your elbows in towards the floor as if you're pressing them beyond the floor. If you're standing, same thing. Elbows are wide, clasp your hands behind your head, and then press your elbows to open up your chest, almost as if you're drawing your elbows back. You can use that wall if you'd like. Last round coming up next. All right, wide arm push-up, wide arm chest press. Make this your best yet. If you're on your back doing those wide arm chest presses, maybe challenge yourself by adding those legs. Maybe start by extending your legs long. Your lower back stays zipped to that floor, whether your legs are bent, your legs are long, or you're raising and lowering your legs. That back does not lift up off the floor. Wide arm chest press, wide arm push-ups. You've got 12 seconds here. Stay with it. Last 3, 2. All right, give me that stretch. Same stretch. If you're on your back, you can also windshield wiper your knees, double duty here. Last 10. Stay with it. All right, come on up. It's time to stretch, and we're going to do all 7 stretches, rounding through. All right, bring your feet wider than your hips, cross your right arm across your body, gently pulling your right forearm in towards your left shoulder, avoiding your wrist or your elbow. Open and switch. Crossing it over. For those who missed it, I'm on vacation with my mom and my aunt, and basically my other aunt, who is my mom and my aunt's best friend from like kindergarten. I've been teasing them about if I come on vacation, they have to work out with me. So maybe they'll join me at the end of the week. Open. All right, what do we have next? Heel to glute. Option 1 is just to keep those hips in line. So again, face you guys. Woo! Trying to turn once you get into the pose. Your feet are hip width apart and parallel. If you want that deeper quad stretch, extend that leg back. Chest stays lifted. You're going to feel it in your right quad. Then release that right leg down. Circle out that right ankle. Give it some love. And then switching sides, just draw your left heel in towards your glute. Option 1, keeping your hips in parallel or with a soft bend and that right knee. Don't lock out your standing knee ever. Draw that left leg back, opening up your left quad. Chest stays lifted. Release it down, circle out that left ankle. Come to standing. Bring your right hand to your chest, left elbow wide. We're just going to crunch down to the left and rise up. Maybe bringing your right hand to your left oblique, feeling that stretch as you rise up. 2 more here, and we're going to switch sides. All right, right to stand, right elbow wide. Left hand to your belly or to your right oblique. Crunch it down and rise up. Notice that crunch. Notice that stretch. You are using your abs, your deep core muscles as you crunch down and rise up. Beautiful. 1 more. All right, rise back to stand. Bring your hands up over your head. Bind your hands. Come down to kneeling so you guys can see. Palms are facing up. Option 1 is just to hold it here. Option 2, if you want, side to side. Again, your top shoulder is stacked directly over your bottom. Avoid rolling forwards or backwards. All right, stay on the floor. You have that figure 4 stance, or you can also be standing, crossing your right ankle over your left thigh. Keep that right foot flexed for a deeper stretch if you're on the floor. Bring that left heel in towards your glute. Same options if you're standing. Maybe sink your hips down, arms out to a T, hands to prayer, elbows wide, whatever helps you in that stance. Rise up and switch. Left ankle over your right thigh, either seated or standing. Maybe sink your hips low this time. Flex that left foot, protect that left knee. All right, rise up. From here, standing, knee hip openers, or if you're on your back already, windshield wiper your knees. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Let your knees fall over to the right, back to center, over to the left. All right, from standing or laying on your back, clasp your hands behind your back. Elbows are wide. Pull open your chest. If you're standing, widen your stance. You bump your hips side to side. All right, on your next exhale, release your hands, circle out your wrist. Nice big inhale. One more for good luck. Fantastic work. Thank you so very much for joining.